Uh, I think we are live.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Can I'll just give an introduction. So can I begin, Sisi sir?
Yes, sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. Hi and welcome everyone to another lecture as part of the I Technical Lecture Series. Today we are very fortunate to have with us Kei Watanabe, who is the co-founder at Glasp, and he will be giving us a talk titled "Building Glasp, an LLM-powered digital clone platform using people's learning data." So, a little background about this project of SIRS. Glasp is a social web highlighter that lets users highlight web articles, organize them, and share them with friends. Now, about his experience prior to Glasp, Sir was working in consulting for a restaurant in Seattle using data analysis. He founded an organization that matches students and companies in the Bay Area. He also worked at advertising as part of an advertising team in a large IT company and also as a product manager in a startup company in San Francisco. So, with a wealth of experience and knowledge in this domain, we are very excited to welcome Sir to our platform, and we hope to have an exciting talk on LLMs. So, without any further ado, I'll hand it over to Kei Watanabe. Sir, you can begin. Thank you.
okay, thank you. So yeah, hi everyone. I cannot see you on the screen, but so let me start my presentation. Thank you for having me today. So I'm Kay from Glasp and Glasp. So I'm going to talk about building Glasp and LLM-powered digital clone platform using people's data. So yeah, let me introduce about myself at first. So as I mentioned, I'm co-founder of Glasp, and Glasp is a startup company based in San Francisco, and we are developing social web highlighter and digital clone. And so before starting Glasp, I got a bachelor degree in law, so at Chiba University in Japan, and I got a certificate in business and marketing at University of Washington in Seattle, and I got a master's degree in computer science at William Jessup University in Silicon Valley. And so, yeah, as he mentioned, I worked at in a student association that analyzes restaurants' information and sales data and analyze it to consult so restaurant owners. After that, so I moved to San Francisco for work. And so I was working as a research associate at a financial institute, financial analyzing company. And after that, I started working at Google. So it's a like content management team, content analysis team as well. That so analyze listing advertisement in the search bar, and so provide a like human made, so human curated, so listing advertisement for clients, and we use that data for to learn for AI. And after that, so I started working as a product manager at a startup company that was developed by a Japanese serial entrepreneur there in San Francisco. But the company didn't go well, so we dissolved, and I was free, and I was kind of like, I didn't have anything to do at that time. And my co-founder, who was a colleague at Google, so invited me to start up in Glasp together. That was the beginning of our company. And this is just a small talk. So yeah, we founded Glasp in San Francisco, and you can imagine like typical startup company there in Silicon Valley. So we did the same things, like small office at like a kind of apartment hall there in San Francisco. We had just two of us in the team, and so overnight, so every overnight we discussed a lot, so things about Glasp, so how we can grow, how we can implement these features, and what's our vision. So what want where is the right direction for us in 10 years or something like that. Then so yeah, before demonstrating our product Glasp, so I will talk about problem and needs so that Glasp is solving. So this is a problem that so once people die, no one can access their knowledge anymore. So our knowledge, our experience are stored in our brain, and people usually die in like for 80 years, 100 years, and after that, unless people share their knowledge, present like this or like take notes, so their brain So experience knowledge will be lost and no one can access it anymore. And we thought this is a huge loss for human society because like me, like you, like everyone, so everyone in the world has unique experience and knowledge that they collected throughout their life. But once people die, so no one can access their knowledge anymore, and it's a loss for human society as well. Then, so also the another question, how many people existed before us? Can we access their knowledge? If they wrote a like biography, we could, but usually people die without any like leaving their knowledge and experience for future generations. So we'd like to build a system to address this problem. So how can we build and leave one digital legacy for future generations? And Glasp is a solution that helps you build your AI persona and leave it for other people. And so just give you a short demo, what is Glasp and what is our product. So Glasp is a Chrome extension and a social web highlighter that captures web contents such as PDFs, so web articles, YouTube video, and organize them and share them with other people to learn together. Whenever you read a good article and find a good sentence on the article, you can just select sentence and click this card pop up, and so Glasp highlights the web sentence like this. And once you highlight web articles like this, it's gonna be stored on the sidebar. Also, so it's gonna be stored on your profile page. So you can capture and save all the information you resonated with, and search it. Also like reference it for future use. So this is my profile page, but you can access other people's knowledge. For example, so if I type other people's name on search bar, it's not. If I access other people's profile page, I can see other people's knowledge and so find a great content and see what he is thinking and what kind of information he is learning from. So this is a very basic basic and core feature of Glasp. And so let me get back to the next slide. And so we have started in June of 2021, but it's around 2 years and a half since we have started, and so we got 350,000 users so far, and so in total we have 6 million unique annotation data, and so we have 25% plus, so 6 months retention rate. So to be honest, we can improve it more, but so we are going well. So since we have started. So this is our second product called YouTube Summary with ChatGPT. So YouTube Summary with ChatGPT is one of the biggest hits from us. Then you might know Glasp as YouTube Summary company, but so this is just our side project. So when ChatGPT came along, so yeah, when you open a YouTube video, and so you can easily get a transcript so on the sidebar. So even though you don't play the video, you can just read all the transcript on the sidebar and see. So yeah, understand what is the video about. Not only reading transcript, but also you can click this View AI Summary button, and it opens ChatGPT and summarize all the videos in a few seconds. Then yeah, I just command summarize all the sentence in 5 bullets. Then I got 5 bullets summary, but you can customize. For example, you can get a summary in 3 bullets. You can get 100 summary, 100 word summary or something like that. And so just 3 or 4 days ago, so we got 1 million installs from YouTube Summary, and so we have the same extension, the exactly same extension for YouTube Summary. So in total, we have already 1.5 million installs so far. And so yeah, So this is traction and so growth. So in 10 days after it's launched, so we got 10,000 installs, and finally in 400 days, so we got 1 million installs. And so thankfully and fortunately, we got so many like media coverage, like such as like Economic Times in India, also Microsoft News, Yahoo Japan, so Make Use of, PC Gamer, Newspeaks, in Forbes and more. And so this is our next product that we are building, so called Digital Clone. Digital Clone is a AI. It's online, so your AI online. So let me show you a kind of easy demo. So we are using highlights data, so people's highlight data to make digital clone. So, yeah, you can just access anyone's digital clone from ask your clone, and so it opens my clone. Basically, it's it's my AI, so you can ask anything to my AI. If I type what is LLM? So it generates an answer from my highlights, and so you can get your answer from it. So it says LLM stands for large language model in Malaysia, which is not true, but so LLMs are AI models that are trying to understand and manage knowledge within an organization. So all the information from my answer is based on my highlights that I have made so far. And so, yeah, also I can see like relevant highlights. So Google sets for, these highlights. And this is not, coming through yet, but so this is our vision and the future. So yeah, this is
Sir,
just a.
sorry to interrupt. I think maybe the audio didn't come through. If someone,
Really? It's not audible or listenable.
I think it might be an issue with streaming, sir. Maybe if
Yes,
you
yes. Yeah, correct. I think you
Okay,
have to share your, yeah, that's what, yeah.
not sure how it,
or if it's
but
fine, sir, you can maybe tell us what because it's short. What you?
Yeah, it's
So
short. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fine.
but it so yeah, so it's so sad that you cannot share it, but so this is like Elon Musk's digital clone. And so we put the information about Glasp and let him talk about it. So basically it says like, Elon Musk's AI says, so recently I met a great founders called Kazuki and Kei, and they are building Glasp, and Glasp is a great product, and I am looking forward to seeing it grow, or something like that. So this is just our concept, which is not coming true, but so we like to make a digital clone like this. And so, yeah, let me start from this slide. So yeah, I can share this demo so later. So I mean the presentation later so that you can hear what he is talking about. But so eventually, so we are building this in digital clone with highlights, not only highlights, but also like our brain's data, also capturing voice and like faces. So yeah, so that so it seems like he is talking about it, and you can seems like talking to him. And in and in the future with digital clone, so we can learn from leaders like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, or Obama, or like anyone in the world. And so we can learn from, we can interact with dead people like Einstein, Steve Jobs. So yeah, a lot of people have died so before us, and they are great leaders and great people. Then, but so again, so once people die, so no one can access their knowledge. And so with digital clone, so we can interact with that, those people and so learn from them as well. And I think this is more the most interesting part, like, opening source, your knowledge. So if you highlight with Glass and if you open your digital clone to the public, so anyone can access your knowledge and so talk to your AI. So so if we if you open source the Elon Musk digital clone, so you can talk to Elon Musk, you can ask Elon Musk right now. So only one person can ask Elon Musk, and only one person can get answer from him. But so with AI digital clone, so 1 million people can ask him, and 1 million people can get the answer from him. So simultaneously, and also not only like opening source, but so eventually you can earn money from by opening sourcing like your knowledge. So if I open source my digital account to other people, and once people ask my AI, then I can charge, or you can charge from people, which is a future we are seeing. And this is our architecture called lag-based AI persona. So I think you can, notice that we have 3 products, and one product, first product and third product are connected to each other, because first product Glasp is a web highlighting tool, which is gathering people's information, so people's learning data. Also, the third product is digital clone, using highlights and people's learning data to answer other people's questions. One and we are storing highlights data from web, YouTube video, and also Amazon Kindle books, Pocket, PDF in vector database as well as Firebase, so that people can give a query to their digital clone. And once people give a query to their digital clone, so we convert that query so that vector database can answer it. And so we got 10 10 queries and 10 results from vector database, and so generates new answers based on the queries, so that it can answer question as question. So yeah, we got 10 results from vector database, regenerated and answer it. And so this is a mobile version, so you can just ask anything to digital clone and you can get response. So basically, so we are collecting highlights data, also convert it into vector database, also so make it available for digital clone use case, and so people can get the response from digital clone like this. And so this is voice and video feature is not coming yet. So, but like I showed a demonstration of Elon Musk, so you can get, you can just talk to their digital clone like me. Then so you can ask, you can talk, and you can learn from it. And so yeah, this is how it works about digital clone. So as I mentioned, so we are collecting data from web, YouTube, Amazon Kindle, Pockets, PDF. So all of them are text data and video data right now. But so we are going to make it available to upload the voice, recording file, Zoom file, or YouTube video, so that we can capture their voice and face, also tense of speaking, and so that we can make they're real digital clone. And so once people input more data, so it's gonna be saved in vector database, and with LLMs, so it reinforces people's learning data and it gets more smarter outputs. So yeah, this cycle, so input, output, and so plus LMS, so yeah, unlimited cycles and loops. And so eventually it's gonna be smarter, and you can get personalized liking assistant, research assist, recommendations, people suggest, summary, QS, and you can use it for a lot of use cases. And so this is how it works about Glasp part. So Glasp is a social web highlighting tool. So as I showed, other people's profile page, you can follow other people and learn from it. Then, so it has a social layer. So once I highlight something on the web, it's going to be stored on my profile page. At the same time, it's going to be shared with the community, and the community member can learn from me and find a great content. And so it's going to be acquiring new users because it's going to be shared on like social media, not also like Google search engine. Then, so, once people, join Glasp, so they are going to find great curators, great, content on Glasp, and they are, highlighting again, and it's going to be shared with the community again. So as I showed, like, loops, it's going to be, continuous. So closed loop. And this is just a reference from report about closed loop. So it's gonna, it has a new user input, and it's gonna be action set up and action set step. Also, it's gonna be output. So it's pretty simple use case. So once I highlight something on Glasp, it's gonna be stored on my profile page, and my highlights and my learning will be valuable for other people, for new users, and they are going to learn from me and highlight my content again, and it's gonna be valuable content for other new users as well, and it's gonna be continuous closed loop. And so we are opening digital clone for other people. You can ask my AI, and other people can ask my AI, and my answer, my digital clone's AI will be reinforced and shared with community. Also, it's gonna be it's gonna be good things for like new user acquisitions. And it's also not only glass parts, but also digital clone has a closed loop. And so this is just a simple bit about our product growth strategy. So as you can understand, so like building great product is not easy, but also growing the product is also not easy. So making great product, also distributing the products should be on the same page, and you should work it on the same time. So if your product has a great product, also distribution engine or growth engine, so it's good. But so I can show how Glass grows. So we are basically, focusing on two growth, strategy, which is SEO and viral and product-led growth. So SEO is simple. So once people highlight this graph, it's gonna be by accumulating all the highlights from the community, we are making a simple single page on Glasp, and it's gonna be crawled and indexed on Google search engine. So once people highlight, it's gonna be a single static page and crawled by Google, and so people can find great content on Glasp, and people come to Glasp, from SEO. Also, we are having like AI generated content system right now. So we are using YouTube summary, and so making a new content from YouTube, and so it's around like 2,400 contents are generated per day right now. And viral and product growth is our second growth strategy. Viral is pretty simple. So people, once people highlight, so people can share their profile page or share their highlights with other people. So on social media such as Twitter, so LinkedIn, Facebook, and other people, and their followers can find Glass and come to Glass and start using it. Also collaboration. So right now Glass has like only in a public layer, meaning so once you highlight something on Glass, it's going to be public, and meaning visible to anybody. But so there are some people that want to hide, so they consider their highlights in private space. So simple use case is like B2B organization and a company or something like that. Once people highlight like confidential information, they don't want to make their highlights public. So they want to use like group function or private function, and so collaborate with other team members. So yeah, so and once people start using so Glass, so they can invite other people, to use together. So it's our like second class, in product led growth strategy. I can talk a lot about the product growth, but so this is just a side note. So you can just like, ask me later. And so, yeah, thanks for listening. So all my presentation, has ended. So, and so share your knowledge. It's a way to achieve immortality is our message. So once people share their knowledge, so their knowledge and, their experience are like, left behind for future generations. And as long as they are like understanding and knowing their knowledge, your knowledge and your experience, so you can live so forever. So you can achieve immortality. We love this quote, and so every time we are talking about it, and so we are very happy if we can help this world with Glass. So, yeah, thank you for listening. So if you have any questions, please ask me. And so yeah, in this session or email me at k@glass.co. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, sir, for this amazing talk filled with demos. It was so engaging. Is it fine if we take a few questions, sir, that we have?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
So we have quite a few questions in YouTube. I'll just ask them in the order that they are. So first one is the question is pretty straightforward. Does Web Highlighter come as a browser plugin?
Yes. Yeah, only Glass. Yeah, we have the mobile application as well, but so it's Chrome extension mainly.
Works on mobile as well, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have mobile application on iOS and on Android as well.
Okay, great, sir. The second question is, does digital cloning require any legal or government permission across different countries? Sorry.
That's a good question. So right now we don't have any like legal or like requirement right now. So once you start using it, so you can just select if you want to open your digital clone to the fabric or not. But so there are some countries which is for example France. So yeah, we are not allowing users in France to use Glass because their GDPR is pretty restricted. So we have Chrome extension in France, but so we don't have a Safari extension in France. So right now, so AI is like booming. So a lot of countries, a lot of like areas or group unions are trying to restrict AI use case, but so we are still not sure how to adapt it. So eventually, it's gonna be so there will be like restrictions and rules to use digital phone for sure.
Okay, sir. Got it. Next question is, how much of people's data do we need to build their digital clone? Do you make use of the resource available over the internet alone or something else?
So we are using GPT and Claude on in the backend, and so as I showed, so lag model. So yeah, your highlight is like additional database to answer queries. So yeah, theoretically, so you can build your digital clone with one highlights, but which is not enough for answering a lot of questions. So yeah, right now you can build like digital clone with one highlights, but so we don't recommend and to accelerate so data collection we would like to import people's data such as like Kindle highlights or like recording so or like YouTube video so that we can make data clone faster.
I see, sir. So it's not just the data which you get on the Glasp highlights, but other data as well.
Yeah, so because like highlight is highlights, so
Yeah.
data is pretty limited, right? So
Right,
if you
right.
want to build your like
Yeah.
you need to use it like for half a year or like 1 year or something, so it takes
Right.
time. Yeah.
Makes sense, sir. Okay. Next question we have is regarding how to start your LLM learning and building innovative products. What will be your suggestion to a newbie? That's a very good question, I think.
So yeah, but so yeah, we are just like beginners for AI. We have so we have two team members right now, but both of us are not, developers, but so we learned how to code, how to, make this kind of like digital clone. Then, so first of all, you can just, simply ask ChatGPT, so how to make it, but, more than that, so yeah, learning something, so about digital clone or digital, twin is not that difficult, but because like you can just like use library or like existing technologies, but so more important, so you need to know what you want to make or how you want to change the world first. Yeah, but so if you have a goal or something, then you can just learn so with AI, or you can just ask like this community, so hey, so how did you make digital clone or something.
And sir, if I can ask for like someone who has the goal of just maybe building something, and is it fine for them to not go too much deep into, basics of NLP or LLM? Just use maybe the APIs that are available now, and
I
develop
think
a
so,
product.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, if you want to make like LLM, so literally LLM, like a foundation model, so it needs a lot of cost. You can imagine like, you need to pay like $1 million, like, or 500K just to make foundation model right now. So yeah, every year, so 75%, so the cost of making foundation model has been decreasing, but still it's like, like 1,000, I don't know, $100,000 to just to make like foundation model. So firstly, I think it's better to use API or like, existing foundation model. So to make something you want to. Then, so if you can grow your product, and so it has a like it's a very valuable product. So you can just like fundraise or you can just charge users, and eventually you can make a foundation model by your own.
got it, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, the next question, we have few more questions. The next one is, the clone you developed has the past knowledge of yours and how to model that. And over time, how to tune that knowledge? How do you value one's knowledge? So how over time, as the person's knowledge changes, how does the model adapt? I think that's the idea.
Also important, interesting question. So yeah, on Glass, people usually highlight like, important information, not like Twitter threads or like, just like, click fights, newsletter or something like that. So yeah, so on Glass, usually people highlight like, very valuable, information for a long time. So yeah, but so to answer your question, so we need to update the information every day. So yeah, eventually we can have like, like pendant or like Vision Pro to capture their like information gathering. So from like Vision Pro or like pendant to capture their voice to update the information. Also, so on Glass, we can have like, published date of the articles. So we can just see like if this information is like old or new or something like that.
Got it, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
The next.
Vigan, I think just I'm interrupting. Like in this question, I want to add one more point. Like, okay, is there any plan for integrating multimodality there? Because now to making a clone, you are uh, only dependent like everything on textual data. So is there any
Mhm.
plan to integrate like in futuristic plan like to integrate other modalities like vision maybe
Yeah,
or
yeah.
maybe other kind
So
of sensor data?
yeah, images or videos should be. So yeah, right now we are using like GPT and Claude on the foundation model and Pinecone. So as a like vector database, so we are like kind of like dependent on like GPT on the Claude. So but they are they are accepting so images, videos, also like voice right now. Then so we can add more models. So for sure. And our mission is to make digital clone like I'm talking, so you can ask my digital clone on this like Zoom or like Google Meet screen. So eventually, so voice should be also, yeah, you can have like sensor data, but we are not thinking about it. But so yeah, who knows at this
Okay,
moment? Yeah.
okay, okay. So another like this regarding that, how do you value one's knowledge? For example, like uh, how, for example, I highlighted one sentence. Okay,
Mhm,
now how you will give more importance to that, for example, for that particular sentence, because sometimes what may happen is that I may highlight some bad sentence also in sometimes, or
mhm,
sometimes I may highlight very good sentence. Okay,
mhm,
or
yeah,
sometimes I may highlight, for example, I am reading some sad news, for example, and I am highlighting something. Okay,
mhm.
then I am sometimes I may read something different, totally different things, and I'm highlighting something. So how you actually weight everything, every knowledge, like every sentences we I highlighted, like, is there any this kind of thing, or like you just simply take everything and just doing that? Okay.
Yeah, at first place, so we need to take everything from highlights, so use as highlights, and we are thinking that like our first use case of digital clone is like organizing people's data. So like I'm using my AI, and so you are using your AI to like search for some information in the past, or like you want to different something from your AI. Then so in that sense, so you can just your digital clone learn, and so in the backend, so learn the like which is most like more important informations. Also, the Glasp has a like color variation, meaning so we have four colors like blue, yellow, pink, and green. And so people usually so label so these colors. For example, my case, so I highlight the usual content in blue, and if it's a pretty important information, I highlight with like red. And also, so if I have something to add on the highlights, I add comments. So I agree it, or I don't think this is right, or something like that. So we are, you know, we are gathering that information. So if it's like in a blue content, a blue highlights, it's just like usual data, I mean, ordinary information. But if I highlight it, if it's highlighted in red, so it's, we can think that this is important information, right? We can kind of like so see the difference in each information. But so it's just like a manual approach. So eventually it's gonna be like, you are talking to your AI, and so based on the like conversation with your AI, so we are learning in the backend, and so yeah, in that way we will make
Yeah,
it.
thanks for
Yeah,
that. Yeah, thanks.
yeah. Thanks for asking. Yeah.
Thank you, Sister Sir. Also, I'll continue with the questions then.
Mhm.
Um, the next question is how to choose the LLM from huge collection of open source models and private models. As a co-founder, how did you decide when you first started?
Yeah, when we made digital clones, there aren't a lot of like options, so that's why we use like GPT. And so before when we are starting, so chat digital clone, so we already have like access to GPT-3 before 3.5,
Yeah.
so in early access. Then so at that moment, so we didn't have any other options then, so that's why we chose GPT. But so I think it's better to focus on like open source LLMs right now. And I think so by the end of 2024, the closed AI model will be more like elegant, or like more accurate, and more, high quality compared to like open source model. But so after that, eventually open source model will win in a lot of, you know, elements like speed, or like accuracy, so or like more information, because so eventually so open source model will be used a lot of like for engineers, and it's gonna be more easy to train. So and so if I have a chance to choose a like model again, so we are going to choose LLM which is open sourced, I think.
Right. So, just to understand, so
Yeah,
when you say open source, it's like completely open source, right? Right. Not
yeah,
even.
like a meta ones or something. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay, sir. The next question we have is how to design the architecture of your product considering cost, accuracy, and inference time. Just can you give some high level ideas?
Also, like
Yeah.
I want to add
This
another
address.
point here.
Yeah.
Okay, like uh, like uh, like deployment stages, for example, like how you deploy, like where you are going to deploy the model, where it is a local system or cloud-based system. So considering this, like if you want to build some product, like how you will estimate that? And can you give some basic high-level ideas, like if anyone wants to?
Yeah, for Glasp use case, so yeah, we research like how to make kind of digital clone because AI is in trend and on hot. So yeah, what if we make like something so with highlights and using so yeah making so digital clone, and at that time so Pinecone was hot, and my our friends at work was working at Pinecone as a software developer, so we can just ask him, hey, we want to make this and we are not developers, so how to make it? He could answer it. Then, so that's how, yeah, we just followed his advice and, introduction. But so, yeah, pretty simple. So, yeah, we can just set the parameter and seed. And so you can just tweak it so that you can get ideal answer from GPT or like other, models. Then so I didn't make so digital clone at that time by my own, but so yeah, so it depends on your like goal. So what do you want to like do with LLM or digital clone? So you can just like tweak or fine tune. So basically, and so the cost is, yeah, we need to address it. So just, to be honest, we haven't thought about the cost at that time because AI was pretty hot at that time. And if we make something about AI and digital clone, we noticed and we were convinced that it's gonna be boom on Twitter or like on social media. Then we made it. So then like KPI or like ROI at that time was not a cost, but like how people can notice our product is more important. But so if people continue using so data phone a lot, it costs a lot for sure, then we need to address it. But you can research it because a lot of companies, big enterprise like Meta, GPT or like Google, or like other like VCs or startups are writing a report about it, how much you can decrease the cost. So making LLMs. So simply we are going to follow it and so get insights from it. So you can just like search so articles so from VCs or like founders, startups so in Silicon Valley maybe. And that's, yeah, we are going to do that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you.
I don't have a clear answer for that, but so this is just like testing phase. So it also depends on your like goal. So if you want to make an accurate so model, or if you just want to decrease the cost, what is the goal? So
Thank you. And sir, the Pinecone is related to vector databases, which is
yes.
okay. And we have one last question, sir. How does Clasp balance personalization with the need to ensure that digital clones do not reinforce biases?
Yeah, called filter bubble, right? So yeah, on the social aspect of Glass, so we have so some layers or tabs. So on the home feed, the first one is like following. You can see other people's contents you know, in the following contents. If you follow me, so you can see my highlights. If you follow other people, you can just follow, see, those kind of, those people's highlights. It's not like, AI related. You can just, see other people's highlights chronologically. And so there are other parts, tabs, so which is like based on your interest. If you follow like product management as a favorite topic, so you can get a lot of information and highlights about product management. So it's related. We are using pretty simple, algorithm. So which is so if you are not reading this article, so it's gonna be recommended. And if you read it, highlight it, it's not going to be recommended it again. Pretty simple algorithm. But as you mentioned, so if we grow and so there will be a lot of users, so algorithm will be more like complicated, and we need to address a lot of cases. So and so we don't have any clear answer how to address it, but so pretty simple, like basic concept is transparency and openness are so important. So a lot of companies are not opening so their algorithm, so which is pretty secret. But so yeah, I think as a AI company, so like ethical responsibility, so we need to open so how you are recommended, how this content and how these people are recommended. So transparency, openness, and fairness are important. So so as not to like disrupt the world, I think. So we'd like to keep that policy. So yeah, I hope this is answering the question. But so I don't like filter bubble, also like biases. So yeah, fair platform should be okay in the long run. If you want to focus on the short run, so you need to like addict people by like filter bubble or bias, but it's not going to last for a long time. Like in 1 century, in 200 years, so those content platform will not be like lasting. So I think so. Again, so openness, transparency, fairness are important factors. So yeah, think it in the long run.
Got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah, so,
so much.
this is a very difficult question. So a lot of people are discussing. So that's my policy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, sir. And I think that brings us to the end of all the questions that I see on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's it, sir. Maybe just one question I wanted to ask. Can users use Glasp across different languages, or is it currently on English?
So it's shown on English, but so yeah, you can highlight any language content. So even if it's Arabic, from right to left, you can highlight it with Glasp.
Okay. And I think with that, sir, we have no more questions, and I hope all the people who have watched this session on YouTube and on Google Meet, we will definitely go and try all your products, sir. That's the first thing we'll
Thank you.
do, and
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll all enjoy using the products. And thank you for this talk, sir. And thanks to everyone who tuned in today to this session. And we hope to have you sometime again in the future, sir. And wish you all the success with your uh, venture. And
Thank you.
my
Yeah.
Japanese is very bad. It's very limited, but I think I can say arigato gozaimasu.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. ありがとうございます。Yeah. And so if you have any questions about Glass AI, so I'm happy to answer it. Also, if there's anything I can help you with, so let me know, and I'm happy to talk with share it, again, so in the future.
Okay, thanks, Kei. So
Yeah, thank you.
it's wonderful
Yeah,
actually. So maybe
thank
I'll do one thing. I'll stop the